perspective, whatever. Manual camera, put directed camera on. Oh yeah, just chilling out, watching a game. Um, it was just a really epic game. Anyway, I don't want to spoil anything because there's people watching, but I'm a firm believer that the Infernal Drake is overpowered. Like, if you look at an Infernal Drake versus a Mountain Drake, right? Mountain Drake gives you 10 damage versus towers. Alright, and epic monsters. That's reasonable. That's kind of nice. But, Infernal Drake gives you 8% versus everything, including a champs and your ability power on top of it. So, Infernal Drakes are just OP. Like, you have to, like, it breaks the game because, like, you could be chill with a Mountain Drake. It's like, oh, no big deal. You lose a Mountain Drake, that's like a kill or two. No big deal, you know? But you lose an Infernal Drake, that's like 5 kills, you know, 4 to 7, depending on the game length. Because, like, if it's early game, you have 2%. I mean, you have 8% of 100, which is 8. And 8 damage is about a longsword. So, you got, like, a longsword on every player. That's, like, that's 350 times 5. 1,500, you know, like 1,800 gold, something like that. You know, 1,750, I think it is. Or wait, 350, 15. Yeah, 1750 is an Infernal Drake in gold. If you're like low level and you have 10, you have 100 gold. You have 100 damage. 8% of 100 is 8. You know, the math. This is why you go to school. So you know, 8% of 100 is 8. Yeah, right. Anyway, so but late game you have 200 damage, right? So 8% of this is just too dizzy, and I don't think it can be like this. I'm just gonna focus on my dude. This is my dude, Fiddle. Where's Fiddle at? All right. 8% of 200 is 16. That's like a longsword and a half. So the gold just goes up to like 2,500. You know, it's like 2,500 gold for every infernal. Like that's crazy. That's 4 goes into 2,500. How many times? 6. That's like 6 or 7 kills, right? Like that's just absurd. How much power you get from a mountain drake. I mean, infernal drake. Like oceans and clouds are like two kills. Can you do the math of like how much movement speed you get versus how much it costs to buy stuff that costs movement speed, right? And then you know, oceans are better in the beginning because regeneration is more important early on. Later in the game, speed becomes more important. It's kind of like I kind of like the where the ocean drake and ocean drake and cloud drakes are at right now because an ocean drake might be like a knight in the beginning of the game. It's good and knight's a really powerful piece when the board is crowded on chess. But as the board gets more open, the bishop becomes more powerful. Both knights and bishops are worth about the same. They score them 3 points is what they generally do in chess. But like a bishop will progressively get stronger as the board gets more clear, and the knight will become weaker as the board becomes more clear. So if you could ever trade a knight for a bishop, kind of want to do that, you know. But anyway, like I was just saying, like a knight's like an ocean's like a knight, you know. It's good early game, and like clouds like a rook. I mean like a rook or a bishop gets better over time. But the Infernal is just OP. It's a straight up OP. So it's like it changes the game radically because it's not even on the same like same level. Someone gave me a chime in. I can't do it. I'm recording a video. This is actually a really good game. Like this game's actually really really good. It's even the whole way through except for the dragons. We have a couple more dragons, but like I don't know. I feel like I just gotta record this game because it's just to me this was like an amazing game. Like some guy almost quit on us. Talked him out of it. You know, like someone like, they got mad at each other, and I'm like, no, you don't. Please don't quit the game. I was defending you, and then he came back and played, and it was like, I don't know. It just felt like the very absolute limits of what I can play. Like, I'm not saying I carried. I really I had like the worst KDA on the team, I think. Well, KD, I don't really count KDA that much. I count KD, but like, so there we got an Infernal. Yeah, I'm yawning on my own streams. How exciting are Jim's videos that he's yawning on them, So like this year, I got about 1,000 games of Fiddle in me. I went from Bronze 5 to I got KO'd. I went from Bronze 5 to Gold. I was up to Gold 1 promos, and then I screwed with my build. But like I build Fiddle tank. Like if you see my stats, they're all above average in terms of like most everything. My stats over 500 games, just above average and everything. Because I go tank, CDR, speed. You focus on getting tank, getting CDR, and speed. And CDR is like most important. Well, you want to get tank first because if you're not tank, Fiddle goes into tank, right? He's not born as a tank, man. You need some items to turn him into a tank. So once you get enough items that are like you're like a hybrid tank AP, then you go into CDR. Then if you get speed as you get along, so speed's like bonus. So it's Deadman's and the Zileas. Both of those are tanky items with the tiniest bit of AP and some CDR. You get Transcendence Rune for the 10% CDR. Frostfang, you're up to 30% CDR already. You know, Frostfang, and I mean you go into like Deadman's into Kindle Gem, right? Deadman's into Kindle Gem, and right there if you while you're building Deadman's, that last 1100 spikes a lot, so you don't just save 1100. You build like smaller items, like, and you come back, and you only do the 1100 if you get the 1100 all at once. You build all the smaller items. Sometimes I build a Shirelios before Deadman's, but I try and get the Deadman's before anything else. If I got the money, I go straight to Deadman's. It's kind of the same way if you do the ZZ Rot build, you go straight to ZZ Rot, because once you get a ZZ Rot and you park it on like a defensive turret, like say there's no one on the bot lane, but bot lane's getting pushed in, you drop the turret, leave it, and you don't have to like defend it at all, because the ZZ Rot will give you a couple hundred gold, and that builds up over time. It's just unless you're like I was doing it with Fiddle for a while. ZZ Rot's great in low elo because parking a ZZ Rot portal at the right places is a good way to abuse the map. Like if you're bronze or silver, like ZZ Rot's a prime item, especially on like a AP you want to build tank, because you just park it and you just like park it like say like there's no towers to explain here, but like see that tower there, there's guys coming in right there. So you just put a ZZ Rod, assuming there's no enemies there, and just leave it, and your tower's defended. It'll push it out towards that second tower in tier 2 tower, right? And you don't have to do anything, you just drop the portal. It's like a lot of people want to do ZZ Rod offensively, but that one it's a good way to do it defensively. And it's good for it. You don't have to worry about your ZZ Rod giving them gold either, because you're not using it offensively. Well, anyway, tank CDR. If you do CDR tank, you end up doing 2 waves of crows instead of 1 wave and getting deleted. You can't get burst down. It's like your guy, here's how I died a lot. I used to ult into groups of 5 people. And if you have enough tank, you can really do that. But most of the time, they're just going to all shoot you down, But like I said, my stats, like I go, dead man's first on Fiddle, and I do more damage. My average damage is higher than the average Fiddle, right? On all tiers, like Challenger, Master, Gold. I'm playing on like Gold right now, but like my average stats is on basically everything. Is average stat was better when I looked at it last. So like you take an AP character, like an ability power character, instead of going all AP, right? Instead of going all AP, you build into some tank instead of AP. Like especially if your AP scales bad. If you have bad scaling AP, you don't want to you don't want to build AP. Like Fiddle's AP scaling is like 0.47. Narrow escape. That's what if you when you run in Fiddle, you do everything you can, but if it runs out, you drop out the drain health. I think he was at 14 health there, man. This is a gold 5 game, so it's just it's reasonably it's on the cusp of where people start grouping and making good plays. Between about silver 2 and gold 5, you like the balance of the tilting, a balance of power shifts from having to babysit your guys in silvers, just run into the battle and just hope for the best. That's silver. But as you go to the gold, people are smart enough to not go into bad engages. They say, oh, it's a 1v3. I better not do that. See, I asked for Camille to come down, make it a 5v whatever on the dragon. It turned out for the best. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the Teemo. Keep my eyes on Teemo. Who I don't want to give anything away. This is a very good game. Like the whole way through, it's pretty fun. When you're low on health, it's okay to steal even CS off the your allies with Fiddle, right? You're low on health, you drain it. I've done the just not the math. I've done the what's the experiments when you test it? Empirical tests. Empirical experiments where you just do by running a bunch of like trials. And I found out if I stop draining at the very last second and let it have like 20 hit points, a minion just kills it, right? So it's better for me to drain and get the gold myself than no one to get the gold. And if they're fast, they'll shoot it last hit anyway. They'll see that going on. But if you're gonna drain, just drain it to the ground. And you want to do that anytime you're low on health and you have the mana to support mana drain, right? Early on, you don't want to really even go mana drain because like you want to go. I go E Q E, so my E does more damage at level 3 than going W because W will just like you don't have enough mana to even drain with the W. You only have enough mana for E and Q. I think going through my head, I'm like, I might be thinking, I want to get myself to the Rift Herald to try and like make a play on him. I'm just trying to figure out what I remember now. I'll talk you through what I was thinking in this game if I can remember. Like I'm just gonna punk the spear guy with a couple health. I think I was trying to figure out what to do here. I'll just push a lane. Once the tower's down, I try and push lane, and then LeBlanc's like, yo, stop taking my That was a really good shot by Ez. He knew I was gonna try and take that curve. He wasn't shooting where I was at. He was shooting expecting me to go up and try and go into the river. The safe escape. You always want to figure out where someone wants a safe escape in League of Legends and go for it. So that was like a pro move by Ez to shoot his wave clear from there. Let's see what I got from items. Got the giant belt and the chain vest. Yeah, so that you're sitting at 1100 gold spike. But I don't. I also got the boots. So I buy the tier 1 boots as my first item after Frostfang. Then I go towards the giant belt, hopefully. If I can't get that, I go for the chain vest. That way, whenever you get 1100 gold, then like. You can finally buy it. I think I'm not sure what I want to do here. We're just standing still. I'm like, maybe I should have stood still back there. She hit me for damage, so like you send a message. It's like you just hit me for damage, but now I just healed myself of all that damage. What you've done is irrelevant. It's just like sending a message. It's kind of silly, but like I don't know. And every time you hit him with that, you get some gold. I think I got 34 gold for one crow. One hit off the see, 20 gold. Every time you hit a champion with your power, you're getting some gold. How many kills does Timo have now? 3. I think I'm giving stuff away by talking about that. Like out of my thousand games I played, I think this is like definitely a top 5 game. That's why I'm playing it. I'm not just. See, if you can with Fiddle, if you throw your crows at the things with several things at it, like like the wolves, the krugs, or the golem. Yeah, the golems are the krugs. The wolves, the krugs, the raptors. You can do more damage because you have the crows. If Fiddle's trying to kill a single thing like the Gromp, like the blue buff or the red buff, he just sits there forever, man. I did that because I figured we were going to go for the crows. I mean, if we go for the dragon, this guy was going to back off. I went to crow him, but he went into the bushes, so crow didn't go off. So I think I crowed this to try and hit off. Okay, so that was successful. Oh no, he goes back in. I go back in. That was my bad. That was my bad. I figured I'd go in if I don't get anybody on a. Like sometimes when you do that crow storm, you're hoping that like it's kind of like that hex tech like flash. You kind of hope you get in range of someone to like fear them, and then you clamp down, throw a night on them, and dark wind, so they get silenced, so they can't flash away, and then like that's the combo with Fiddle. You jump in, fear them, and then when the fear is ready to leave, you hit him with a crow like 200 milliseconds beforehand. It's a total solo player thing. You can do it every time if you're solo playing it. And the way if the silence causes them to not be able to flash, so they're like, I'm trying to get away, can't flash, and they just get frustrated. And like it's enough time to combo into them with a bunch of damage. You can even throw like a drain on them or like auto attacks. That's how I get most of my kills is ulting in with a silence, with ulting in with a fear followed by a silence. Um, yeah. But like I was just going. That attack was one I was just trying to like fish. Sometimes you're just fishing. Like when you ult with Fiddle, you're not always gonna come up with gold. You just try your best. Like a couple of patches ago, they super buffed Fiddle's ult. They took like I don't know 40% off the waiting time. So then you're doing it every 2 minutes. So like you want to maximize your ult. Sometimes you want to just hammer them off just so the cooldown starts again. So something reasonable, something with something reasonable that you're gonna like be able to like something reasonable you have a chance of doing something with. You want to throw it off. Like even Caitlyn's Peacemaker. I found a lot of got a lot of mileage out of there I'm low again. That's two situations where I'm low. But Caitlin's Peacemaker, right? You're about to get into a big battle. There's a squishy that you for a fact you can R. You R that squishy. Then when you go into the big battle, the squishy just has like a third less health, and then it makes them have a trouble even battling with confidence. It changes the tide of the battle to throw it in early rather than throw it in late to try and snipe a kill. Like I see that philosophy. A lot of people have the wrong Caitlyn philosophy where they're trying to like ace in the hole. See, that was just fishing. I was just trying to get some minions and stuff, and I think I'm low health here. No, I'm not low health. I think the etiquette in League of Legends, whether it's the right thing or not in solo queue, is whoever's doing whoever's doing the creep camp is the one that owns it. But I always ping it to you're the jungle, take it. It's after you. I'm just there because like it's good to eat the jungle when you can, because like it's good to Pac-Man everything you can with any chance you get. It's just like a Warcraft 3 type of thing. Like every creep camp you can get, just take every chance you get. So they can go somewhere else, do something else. You're in an area, save some walk time. I stuttered there on purpose, man. In the game, that little glitch. The first glitch was like unintentional. I'm like, can I repeat that? And I did. It was pretty cool. See, there I go. That's 10 gold, man. Get 10 gold. I think that Timo ended up getting my 80. Timo with Leander's Torment, man. That percent damage on the mushrooms is tough. So I shot the vision word back, the vision plant back, with the idea that I would be possibly uncovering a ward of some sort. But I think it would probably be better if I shot it towards the players, just to keep eyes on the players, even for a split second more. For the I dodged that. My window was actually up ahead, so I was like, I'll dodge the Ez thing. Why not? It's like delayed. I mean, like you got like a second of reaction. Like, why not? There's a couple places on the map where Fiddlesticks can surprise you, or it can surprise with alt. It's important to surprise people with alt, otherwise they can snare you or stun you, and cancel your ult. So you always want to like jump out of the shadows with Fiddle, like kind of like sneakily jump out of them. It's actually a pretty good mechanic for an alt. Like I hope they don't change that because it's balanced. You know, you with Fiddle you don't want to like leave places like unwarded, right? Or like you don't want to go into places you can't see. Again and again, there's a time where I'm low on health again. Like I don't want to go back. I don't want to run around. I might hit a Teemo thing, so I just recalled right in place. But yeah, like when they rework Fiddle, I hope they don't take away his alt because this alt is really balanced. Like I mean, the damage, I don't know, or whatever, like whatever you want to look at it, but like having it like there's counterplay to it. Like if you don't want to get jumped out by the bushes with Fiddle, keep an eye on Fiddle, or keep the bushes warded. You know, when you're going into unwarded territory, you know maybe he'll leap out of the bushes at you. You know, it's actually like a really balanced thing. Like unlike not everybody's alt's balanced. I mean like, but Teemo's, I mean Fiddle's alt is actually pretty neat. Like in terms of like how it works. Like, 'cause when you play Fiddle, you're always like, how can I sneak up on him? How can I jump out of the bushes? I guess it's like a mini Rengar, I guess. It's like, but like Rengar, I don't think they're, like, even if you see the Rengar coming at you, you don't like, I wanted to fear him right there, but I couldn't, so I feared him there. One of the plays you can do with Fiddle is when they're coming out of the Dragon Pit, you put a Q on them, so when they come out of the Dragon Pit, they go running back into the dragon. And another one you can do is hit the dragon with a W, then it bounces off the guy twice, and it weakens the dragon some, so it gets closer to kill. So if it's really low, if it's medium low health, you don't want to hit it. But if it's really low health, maybe you'll get the kill off of it. But like when it's high, you know, really all you're doing is damaging your opponent really hard with the W. This is just standard ward. There's always a ward war, WARD war, in front of Baron. People without wards in front of Baron never know if you're running back to do it. See, we got two Infernals, and that's a huge advantage to have two Infernals, right? Because that's like everybody has two and a half longswords, maybe three longswords on them. This is a hero move by Brand, man. This Brand just like rocks everybody. It's like he soloed 1v4 with whatever he did. That was a really good move by Brand. I think I'm fishing again. I don't know. Brand got shut down. One of the times I'm low health, I didn't get away. You know, I notice I get low health a lot and barely get away, scrape away a lot in the game. Like so I'm always looking to try and build a tank. Like it feels like more tank you have, the more narrow escapes you get. I mean, not really in terms of that, but I mean like feels like more you survive. Obviously, yeah, yeah. Wisdom from Jim: the more tank you build, the harder it is for someone to KO you. Yeah. Well, what was the other wisdom I had here? I forget. It was something dumb. It's Captain Obvious, you know. I think our Udyr was talking about not leaving. That's where Lucian was mad at Udyr for some reason just recently, and then Udyr's like, I'm leaving. I'm like, come on, man. I said be nice after Lucian said something. And I'm like, come on, Udyr. I say, come on, Lucian. Like, we should all be nice, you know. Because I'm trying to detoxify League. You know, everywhere I go, try and put the air of, like, you know, don't even play the blame game. Someone does something wrong, you know, you expect the other team to be doing stuff wrong, too, you know. Everybody's not going to play perfect, especially not in Challenger, you know, not in Pro. You know, it's a solo queue. So, like, the best thing to do, it's a game. It's not a hate fest. So what you do is, the best thing you do is you just don't call out people on their mistakes, man. Unless it's something like that could help them later in the game, you're never gonna see the guy again. You don't need to train up everybody you play with to be good. It's not like you're gonna like do battles for like a week with the same guy, you know. So yeah, just don't play blame game, man. It's not even worth it. Don't even start it. Just play your own game and don't you talk strategy. The best you can do is make calls. You make plays, you make calls in the game, right? You make play calls, and if they don't agree with your play calls, well, you play around where they're at, not where you expect them to be. Like a lot of times I go like have a team where I want to fight against an Infernal Drake really bad, really bad, but it's like they send 4 guys and no one comes with me, and it's just me versus 4 guys. I have to just like say, well, you guys get the Infernal Drake for free, right? I get out of here. I think I actually do this game in a certain thing. I won't spoil it for you, but I'll try and remember that what I was gonna say in there, like how you have to accept some plays are just not being made. I was trying to do assist to try and say assist me for finding words, and Uber thought I meant assist to like attack Baron. I was confusing. I like when the words go down, I want assist to like Uber ended up getting the as down there. I don't know what's better to do is camera everywhere, just camera on my guy. I don't know, like people might get sick of the camera jumping around everywhere. That's why I stick with Fiddle. When I'm reviving, it can go everywhere. We're back to the eternal war of support versus support. See, the kill goal's pretty close, 57 to 55. That's why it's one of the reasons it's a good game. Like they're really close. It's within 1K and it's 33 minutes, right? This is not a snowball game. This is not a game that like any team ever got real super advantage. We have a little bit of advantage with the 2 Infernals. I mean, that's a good advantage, right? But like it's not crazy. All the towers are about the same, you know? It's a close game. This is a very close game. That's why everybody's fighting to try and get advantage. I'm always sketchy when I do jungle, like offensive jungle maneuvers without words, but we got some words up in the jungle. I wonder if I should do fog of war. No, you don't need fog of war. This should be semi fog of war. Is there semi fog of war? We can still see him. No, it'd be nice to say semi fog of war for red, but still see a little bit, like semi grayed out, so you can see where you can't see and stuff. Okay, 2 of our guys are KO'd. I had to watch, be very careful on Baron. They cleared out of wards. Okay, we can see them. What you do, my theory on Baron is, you don't want to go for a Baron. If you're not going to go for a Baron snipe and you're actually going to go kill the enemy champions, you wait for the Baron to be like 3 seconds away from KO, right? 3 seconds away from KO, like with low health. Like this is too early because it has a lot of health. They'll just target you, focus you down. But if Baron's really low, like in solo queue, undisciplined solo queue players, they will they might target Baron, like, Baron's almost dead, we gotta finish him off. But you're there punching him in the face with your abilities, you know? So, like, you would attack Baron when it's right here, how the fast he was attacking there. You attack him when he had about, like, 1/6 as much health. 1/6 as much health. Like, 15% health that would have been there is what you hit him on. Or, like, the bar being a little bit over there. Look how many people were KO'd on our team. Only Lucian's alive. When you're the last one alive, it's really important you don't get KO'd. You run to the tower and you back off. You don't try and challenge people. He's doing good. He's doing alright. I think I get KO'd here. Do I get KO'd? I don't know. Forget. Then I get sent back to the pool though. You go back to the pool. You go back to the fountain. Bump, bump, bump. I'm trying to figure out which turret to help. I'm like, do I help this turret? Do I help this turret? This turret? Is there a ward here? Do they see me? Because like they keep coming back and forth. I don't know which turret to help. I really don't. You can leave it in the comments if you want. Which turret do you think I should help there? Here. We'll look at how much kills. So Timo has 14 kills now. I was thinking maybe he'll help the bottom turret because there's more people there and alt hits more people. But like there was just one guy up top. I always just start trying to see who over pressures. Like the normal move I do when in a situation that's which tower is getting pressured more, and the one that gets pressured more, I jump in the forward pressure guy and get him. But I don't know. So chime in on the comments on the YouTube comments. Chime in. Should have Fiddle taken the top or bottom tower? The top or mid tower? I meant to say top or mid tower when that engagement went on. What do you think? I don't know. I still honestly don't know. There has to be an answer. I think it's probably the bottom one because they're squishies, and Timo has what? He has Rylai's, the Morellicon, the Leandries. All those items are health items. That's like I was trying to like kill some minions there. Right now we're just fighting off the minions. I think I have my Dead Man, my Spirit Visage, my Reverie. This is a good place to be. There's nothing we can do to get that dragon. We just weren't in position and one of our guys was at the bottom. We do a good retreat. Definitely do a good retreat. So much that we almost going to counterattack it. Like, maybe, no, let's not do it. We have to go back and clear our minions, we figure out. Clear them minions. Yeah, this is top 5 game of this is top 5 all time of games I've played. It's been pretty good already so far, with a couple near deaths. Keeping it close. Look, it's 36 to 36. They have more gold than us, but we have 2 dragons. So like, how close is that, man? 4 dragons versus 7k gold advantage. Like each one of those dragons are probably 3.5. That's probably 7 infernals alone. This is as close as it gets, right? For a 41-minute game, it's like, how many 41-minute games are exactly even, perfectly even, except, you know? So like, this Lucian has to come back. He can't recall. He has to walk back. Look at that. The Nexus. It has like 25% hit points, right? And then the minions are closing on the Nexus. Look, it looks like it's over, right? It's getting close to being over, right? It's looking at 10% health, man. We're 10% health, Nexus health, right? Coming like, I'm figuring Baron is about up. Baron's about up, right? They're probably at Baron killing it. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I can do that. All I can do is die if I go over there. If my guys aren't with me. So I said I just have to concede it. Back off. I think I warning pinged them. Oh, that's kind of a narrow escape. Narrow escape. We're all low health. Nexus has no health. Nexus at 25%. Here comes Ez coming in. He's coming in. He's coming in. They're coming in. Low health Nexus. We got to engage. Boom, ace. But that's not gonna win the game, right? I figured I might as well ult into these minions because my ult's cooldown is shorter than their respawn. Or something like that. I forget what my logic was, but like, it wasn't that horrible of a logic. Yeah, I think it's 60 seconds on the, or 120 or something. I don't know. But then you get 40% off. So it's like 80 seconds. I don't know. The red inhibitor's at 1%. I think it died. Yeah, it just died. Uber's trying to get some damage down at the bottom. Get some shots off. That's all I can get. It's just a couple shots. We have to play. We have to be honest. We can't be greedy. We gotta do this right. You know, you play the game the right way. So we only got a couple shots off. Now we're going back to defense. Going back on defense. Trying to tell them to stage a defense right at the choke point, right here. Because the choke point's a good place to stage a defense at. And Udyr's doing something really sketchy over there. He's like, look. He's like, wait. He's like, I'm in the back flank, and like, you know, if they turn around, they'll get you. They'll get you. I'm trying to get them. Trying to start here. I'm like, I might as well clear out a shroom, and then I get boom. I get pegged. Spear guy comes in. I don't get a lot on my. Oh, see another narrowing escape. So that's like 3 narrowing escapes, and 1 narrowly missed narrow escape. I should be watching the game, but I'm not. There's ace. Yeah, to me, this is a really good game. I mean, it showcases that not necessarily the game's in a really good place where it's at, but I mean, this was a really good game, and like the game's not in a bad place. I wouldn't. I mean, aside from like burst, I mean, like I don't know, ADCs need some way of like not instantly getting deleted. And I don't know. I'm not gonna say my balanced ideas here, but whatever. But I'm saying like it's not a bad game. Look, that was pretty close. Look at our gold totals are pretty close. And like it was back and forth. I mean, they had our Nexus down to 10% damage with minions coming in, right? That's as close as you're gonna get. Hey, God bless, protect, and heal you. Know that God's real. Be good and loving to everybody.